I muted myself. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Germanic Languages Hub. This is our monthly stream dedicated to the Germanic language family. This show is all about hanging out together and improvising language challenges together with the callers who can call me live into my virtual studio, and we can talk about Germanic languages. You can share your knowledge about Germanic languages, or maybe you can share with us the language that you speak. Last week we did the Ecolinguist stream. Before that we did the Slavic languages, and before that the Romance languages. And we're going through the cycle again. So this is the beginning of the new cycle. The Germanic languages live stream is here. So nice to see you guys. It's kind of interesting that it's still bright outside. I can't really get used to it because we're entering the spring season here in Scotland, where I am broadcasting from. And yes, I'm excited about today's stream. You guys can call me in. I see some of you already are calling, especially Leonardo, our regular guests. But I would like to give a chance to other people to try to call in also. So you guys can register first. Yeah, to be able to call me in live, you have to register. There is a link in the description box. You have to fill in the form to get the instructions on how to connect with me live. It's fairly easy. You just need to click on the link that you're going to get after submitting the form. You should get an email with the link to the site that contains the buttons that says join the live stream. So that's what can happen tonight, hopefully for you and for me. And what else? If you called me before, you don't have to register. You can just use the same link as before. So you don't really have to register twice for the show. But you need to remember that every show that you call in has a different registration link. So the Slavic Languages Hub has a different link. The Romance Languages Hub has a different link, and the Ecolinguist show also has a different link for joining, just to keep things nice and organized. So yes. Yes, so I see that Leonardo is waiting in the waiting room. So Leonardo, it's always nice having you, and I'm going to add you in a moment for sure. But I want to wait for a little bit, just because usually it takes some time for people to realize that the show is on, and they need some time to organize themselves before joining, before dedicating this time to the show. And what else? And also we kind of started streaming earlier than usual. We used to stream 1 hour later than at the moment, but we'll see. We are testing the schedules here and see how it's going to affect the show. But for me, it's a very convenient time to stream, so that's why I'm doing it. So yes, so that's what's been happening. And actually today there is some Germanic languages news for you guys, because today morning we recorded a video featuring Afrikaans and the Dutch language. So we're going to have two slightly different challenges, two slightly different formats on the Ecolinguist channel, the main channel that I run regarding languages. So those challenges, Afrikaans versus Dutch, are coming hopefully soon, in a few weeks probably, because we just recorded it today and it was amazing. It was really fun to see how similar and how different those two languages are. So it was really fun to record this, and now we just need to do the editing, do the transcriptions, add the captions. It takes time, unfortunately. I wish I could publish videos every week for you guys, but it's just too much work, because I don't really want to give you a video, present to you a video that is not up to the standards that I'm happy with. You know, every video has to have captions, because I hate watching videos about languages without captions. It's very annoying, you know. So I do my best to make sure every video that is on the Ecolinguist channel has captions. And that takes time, unfortunately, to produce. And we also started doing some mini challenges on the Ecolinguist channel. So if you are one of those people who watch shorts on YouTube, you can watch some Ecolinguist shorts with mini challenges, mini word riddles in different languages. And so far I've been covering mostly Germanic languages. So that's happening on the Ecolinguist channel, which is kind of relevant to you guys who you are interested in the Germanic languages. So that's why I'm mentioning it here. So I see we have 14 people watching, which is cool. So I think that you guys, if you're just joining, remember you can call me in anytime. And you know, I'm not sure exactly how many people I will be able to add into the stream, by the way. It really depends on what's going to be happening during the stream. You know, if we have 3 or 4 people already interacting and doing the challenges, maybe I won't be able to add more people, just because it's becoming more difficult to navigate a conversation when you have this many people. So it really depends. So also before calling in, think about what kind of challenge you would like to present on the stream, because usually we do need people to run the challenges. I can come up with some using artificial language models like ChatGPT. We've been doing it so far on other channels and on this channel as well, and it worked pretty well. But it's always nice to have just a person, a native speaker, who would present it to us. We would like to hear the natural way of speech, and also ChatGPT doesn't really. Well, it does make mistakes, let's say, or sometimes it generates texts that don't sound as natural as a human could come up with. So yeah, if you are a speaker of a Germanic language, you're welcome to call into the show and we can improvise the language challenges. So I think we are ready to add the first person. We are going to add Leonardo. So Leonardo, get ready. Let me just maybe fix your camera a little bit. And yeah, and let's go.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Leonardo.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay, great.
I can. Well, it's okay right now. Yeah.
It's okay now. So, goeiedag, goedenavond. How do you say that in Dutch?
Goedenavond.
Goedenavond, yes, because Leonardo, maybe you could introduce yourself this time in Dutch a little bit. I think everybody knows you already, by the way.
Yeah,
you
I
you you, be,
mean,
you become the stream star. So, but it would be nice to hear you introducing yourself in Dutch.
oh, okay. Um,
Just
in the
slowly,
meantime,
slowly, so I have a chance of understanding.
I'm just saying "Gochtwald" to everybody, and they say that I am overmodulated.
What does that mean?
That my volume is up.
Down?
I have no.
Yes, it is a little bit up. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. I'm going to reduce your volume on my side.
Okay,
Maybe that's gonna help.
okay. Dus ik ga een beetje rustig aanpraten, zodat misschien de andere mensen mij misschien beter kunnen verstaan. Dus ik heet Leonardo. Ehm, ehm, Eigenlijk hou ik van wat dan ook soort type talen. Ik studeer nu nog bij het lyceum, dus eigenlijk ben ik nog vrij open op verschillende dingen. Dus ik ben nog niet zo'n specifiek hoofd dat doorgaat op een universitaire onderwerp of universitaire dingen. Want dus ik heb eigenlijk mijn parcours in het leven nog niet gekozen, maar ik hou van talen. Ik spreek heel veel verschillende talen. Italiaans en Nederlands. Als, als moedertaal, dan als vreemde taal heb ik ook heel veel andere. Dat zijn Engels, Frans, Portugees, een klein beetje modern Grieks, klein beetje Duits en een klein beetje Mandarijn. Dat is het een beetje. Dat is het een beetje voorlopig.
Okay.
Did you have a chance to understand me?
Obviously, from the context, I know you mentioned what you do at university, right? That you study at
No,
university.
not at university. That I am still not at university. I said.
Oh, really? Yes. So
Yeah,
you're still in high school, you say, or?
yeah.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one of these things. That's why I really consider myself a language enthusiast as myself. Let's say I'm not studying in anything. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So just because you're so knowledgeable about languages, everybody assumed that you are studying languages, but it's just your
Okay.
hobby at this point, right?
At this point, it is a hobby. Exactly.
Okay, good. So I see Cohen is calling. I think Cohen has called us before, so I'm going to add Cohen to the stream. So
Cool.
give me a second. Yes. So Cohen, you're going to join us now. We're going to switch to a different window.
Hello.
Hello.
Cohen. So welcome back to the show.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, can you hear us well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's good. So Cohen, just to remind us, where are you calling from and what languages do you speak? Maybe you could introduce yourself in one of the Germanic languages that you speak. So it doesn't have to be Dutch; it could be a different language.
Okay, well, let me see. I'll use German in that case.
Okay.
Okay.
Ja, also ich wohne in den Niederlanden. Ich bin, als ich klein war, auf Niederländisch, Deutsch, Englisch und Portugiesisch aufgebracht.
Cool.
Weiterhin spreche ich Spanisch, Französisch und seit kurzem ein kleines bisschen schottisches Gaelic und Schwedisch. Und ich kann
Schwedisch.
auch Dänisch und Norwegisch verstehen.
Wow. So it would be very difficult to find the right challenge for you because
Ja.
you basically understand all the Germanic languages,
Ja,
right?
so ein bisschen. Dänisch ist also ein bisschen schwierig für mich, denn es gibt jede Menge stille Buchstaben und
Ja. Das
Wortteile.
ist sehr schwierig zu verstehen.
Aber Norwegisch und Schwedisch sind für mich ja gar nicht schwierig.
Aha,
Und
so Swedish is not
Das ist
as good.
ja
You haven't
schwierig.
studied.
Schwierig
ich
means
bin mit,
difficult.
ich bin mit Duolingo daran beschäftigt, mich das zu lernen. Aber
Ah.
ich habe das schon, vor einigen Jahren habe ich das schon gelernt, mich das zu verstehen. Bei Weise von gucken oder anschauen jede Menge Filme und Serien auf der Fernsehen.
Okay, so you just you learned Swedish to watch Swedish movies, right? And to basically just to understand it. Did I get it
Ja,
right?
ja, aber jetzt,
With the main purpose. Mhm.
jetzt will ich auch, also will ich mich selber auch lernen, das zu sprechen. Aber ich bin ja erst seit 2 Monate oder so daran begonnen.
Aha,
So,
just 2
Cool.
months. So you started which language? I missed that part. Which language did you start 2 months ago?
das war Schwedisch.
Swedish. Mhm.
Ja.
Okay, that's good. So we may actually come up with some Swedish challenges, maybe, and see if you will be able to, if not only understand the descriptions of words, but maybe you also could come up with a Swedish word itself. So we're going to have like a little test for you.
Aber sprechen kann ich es noch nicht so gut, ne? Ich bin in Duolingo zuerst ich denke, das 8. Kapitel oder so, also da habe ich noch nicht so vieles gelernt.
Yeah, that's fine because in those challenges we do test the comprehensibility, like the level that speakers of other Germanic languages can understand that particular language that they haven't studied extensively before. So
Yeah.
we're going to do that. Because you both do speak Dutch, but maybe you, Cohen, you could also come up with a challenge for Leonardo, for example, in one of the languages that Leonardo doesn't speak. So you mentioned that your Danish is quite good, right?
Only for understanding.
Okay, that's that too.
And that's true for all of the Scandinavian languages. So I just started with Swedish. But for the rest of it, it's just understanding. I can understand the full news and films and whatnot. I don't need the subtitles to watch Danish or Swedish films, or even Norwegian. But I cannot speak it, unfortunately.
Okay.
Not to any like usable extent.
Okay, so I do have some challenges in Swedish that we're going to start with. Just I see one more person is calling. Katarina is calling in.
Cool.
So once we connect with her, we will be able to start the challenges that I generated for today's stream.
Okay.
Let's just wait for her. Something is not connecting, right? So maybe Katarina, maybe you need to refresh your browser and join again, because we can't really see you. Okay, what about the sound? Do people don't complain about the sound in the chat, which is good.
Cool. Because that has always been my problem, actually. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and
Your sound is a lot better though now than it was last time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the headset really
Mijn
helps.
geluid, oké. Interessant. Dank je.
Misschien moet je je volume aan jouw kant op je computer iets verlagen van je microfoon.
I think like
Okay.
what's very helpful is having some sort of headset. It's always helpful because then it prevents your microphone from picking up the sound from your speaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so I see Katarina, she had some problems joining, so we're just going to start without Katarina, and when she's ready or whenever someone else is going to be calling in, we're going to add
een
them.
beetje overgemoduleerd. It's still a bit overmodulated, they said. It's strange though.
Well,
I've had a similar issue.
it's I just kind of put the volume down for you, Leonardo.
Okay, but I think
What
that
are you using? What device are you using? Are you using your mobile phone or?
No, it's my computer. It's my MacBook. But strangely, I cannot set the volume of my microphone. I cannot on Ecamm. I cannot adjust the gain on my side.
Because you're probably using this microphone, right? You do want to use this one. Could you tap it like this? Yeah. So you're using this microphone, not too much, because.
So if you go to do you see a speaker icon on your Mac? What version of Mac OS are you using?
Well, it's
Because I can help you there.
Yeah. I actually know how to adjust the gain because it's in system preferences. And then, because I don't have an exact speaker icon, but I can go on the sound on the system preferences and thanks. I can adjust it like this and
did you try to go into the audio and MIDI setup utility?
But it should be better now, right?
Yeah, it is. It actually is. So that's good.
I just turned down my gain from the system preferences. Cool. Let's start with the challenges then. I'm ready.
All right. Me too.
Okay, so let's listen to the first one. It's going to be the challenge in Swedish. Let's just.
Let me see if I can understand it.
1 second. It's just. Oh yes.
I must say I always need some big effort to understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's listen. Let's listen to the first challenge.
Denna accessoar används ofta för att skydda ögonen från solen eller för att se snygg ut. Det består av 2 glas som är omgivna av en ram och vanligtvis är det en del av mode.
Ooh, synthesis.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I can try one more thing. Maybe that's going to be a little bit better. Let me check that. Okay. Let's listen to it again.
All right.
Denna accessoar används ofta för att skydda ögonen från solen eller för att se snygg ut. Det består av 2 glas som är omgivna av en ram och vanligtvis är det en del av mode.
Wow.
Wow.
This
Was
voice
that
is
better?
It's a bit better to understand. I could understand the last sentence. Het bestaat uit. So it consists of.
Yes, so maybe let's try with Leonardo first, because Leonardo hasn't studied the language yet.
All right.
Well, I also ik heb ook iets ongeveer verstaan van dat het uit in een kamer zit of zo en dat het uit twee
Denna accessoar
soorten...
används ofta för att skydda ögonen från solen eller för att se snygg ut. Det består av 2 glas som är omgivna av en ram och vanligtvis är det en del av mode.
Did that help? I slowed it down a little bit. Any ideas?
No, it's talking about an object.
Ja.
So maybe you need to see it to be able to tell.
Ja.
Yeah.
So let me just
Yeah.
quickly do some magic here. To
Yeah, exactly.
show it on the screen. Maybe I'm going to increase the font a little bit. And we're going to place it here.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to play it one more time, and you can study the text now.
Denna accessoar används ofta för att skydda ögonen från solen eller för att se snygg ut. Det består av 2 glas som är omgivna av en ram och vanligtvis är det en del av mode.
Heftig.
What would that be in English?
Heftig is tough. Difficult.
Okay. Do you recognize any cognates here?
I recognize some of them.
I'm typing in the user chat.
Your hypothetical Dutch version. Okay.
We have some ideas from Charto. That skidda is schützen in German.
Schützen.
Oh wait. Protecting. Schützen. That would be schützen. So protecting your eyes.
And then getting some skid and then actually maybe it has to do something with using something.
Claudio
Okay.
is suggesting here that
Okay, then I am there. Anwenden. Yeah.
Yeah, anwender is to use.
Ja, gebruiken. Ja, precies.
Yeah.
bestaan in Dutch. What does that mean?
Bestaan, it exists. It exists, but in this case,
It consists.
bestaat means it
I've
consists
I've
of.
typed what I understood in the guest chat.
Yes. So your suggestion is that this accessory is often used for protecting your eyes from something. It consists of 2 glasses surrounded by a frame.
Yeah.
So I think you are pretty right there with the answer.
Yeah. Actually,
So what's the answer?
No, wait. Because I'd like. It's perfectly true. Actually, that skid at the beginning threw me off at the beginning because I thought like of schudden or stuff like that, but that had nothing to do with it, obviously, because then I looked at that unen and I said like, this cannot have been.
Schudde. It's pronounced like schudde.
Okay.
And and if you look at the German pronunciation, Schützen, You can-
Schütze, yeah. Sure.
you can kind of see there, yeah.
Yeah.
Cognate.
Sure. Yeah, but at the beginning it threw me off because actually
Yeah.
my German level is a bit lower than yours. And I was really thinking in Dutch, and this at the beginning Shuda threw me off. And afterwards I thought like Shuda and that cannot be cognate with, and then I got into something like some similar thing that you typed on the comments on the guest chat.
Yeah, the guest chat.
Yes. So actually, in the comment section in the chat, we have people helping out with cognates a lot, which I really love. We have another suggestion. Augen, is that German? I think that.
Augen is German, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Augen.
Yeah.
Yes. So what would be your answer then, guys? You pretty much deciphered it.
My answer. I'll let Leonardo go first.
Okay.
Een zonnebril, sunglasses.
Sunglasses and Cohen.
Yeah, I would have said glasses in general, but I also see Zolen there, so yeah, then it's sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Yes, that's correct. And what was that? What's happening?
What's this sound?
What is this sound?
I don't know, like a skelter horn or something.
Yes, because I'm trying to copy and paste, and I think the software got confused with the shortcuts. Yeah, so let's. I cannot paste because when I try to paste it into the chat, it starts making funny noises. So let's do it like this. So it's this one, which in Swedish sounds like
Solglasögon.
Yeah.
Solglasögon.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's how it sounds. That's good. So that was a pretty cool challenge.
Yeah, nice.
And I really like that people recognize so many cognates here. So that's great.
Yeah, it's full of cognates.
And actually, Claudio says that Rahmen is related to Ram, but Ram means window in Dutch.
Exactly, Ram means window. Yeah.
Like a window frame, right? Because every window has a frame.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, in Polish, we also use the word rama. Rama means a frame, like a picture frame or
Rama,
stuff like that.
That's not strictly related to windows.
It could be maybe in a professional settings, in a building language. Yeah, it could be that also. Rama okienna. Okay, that's cool. So this is the first challenge we did. Yes. So what we can do, I'm going to add one more person because we have some more people calling in. So what we're going to do, I'm going to add Severin now. We're going to do another challenge, and then maybe we will make some space for other callers. Okay, guys? So we're going to do one more challenge, and then we let you go and let some more people join in. Cool. But first, let's add Severin. Okay, Severin, you're going to be joining us now. So let me just take this down. Oh, we lost Severin. So, yeah, but I think she will reconnect. She will reconnect because maybe she just pressed the wrong button. So we're going to add Stefan now and add Severin later. Okay, Stefan, you're going to join us now. Okay, hello, Stefan.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
So maybe a quick introduction in your native language or whatever other Germanic language you speak. The language
so
of your choice.
my native language is German.
Uh-huh.
And I guess you two have a pretty good knowledge of it. So, ja, mein Name ist Stefan. Ich komme aus Deutschland und meine Muttersprache ist natürlich Deutsch, aber ich spreche auch Englisch und ja, noch so, also eigentlich viele Sprachen, auch ein bisschen Norwegisch und Isländisch.
Cool.
Und ich war auch schon auf dem Kanal im Slavic Languages Hub, also ich spreche auch so eine Minderheitensprache, Obersorbisch. Ja,
Übersorbisch.
Obersorbisch, Upper Sorbian in English.
Interessant.
Upper Serbian, the Slavic language.
The Slavic language.
The Slavic language. Okay, so I think that we can do the Swedish challenge again. Let me just pick the right word. Okay, I think this would be an interesting one. But let me generate a good audio sample here. We're going to use the Ingrid voice, because Ingrid's voice was sounded pretty good last time. So we're going to ask Ingrid to read it for us.
Cool. Actually,
Detta objekt används för att spela tennis och består av en långt skaft och en stor rund skiva. Det kan vara gjord av olika material, inklusive trä och metall, och används för att slå bollen över nätet till motståndaren.
Okay, I think I already know
Okay.
it.
Me too.
You already know it.
yeah, me too.
Wait a second then. First, let me know let me know what you think. Yes, let's start with Leonardo this time, because you don't speak any Swedish at all. So
I thought of a tennis racket.
tennis racket, okay. What about you, Stefan?
Tennis racket as well, yes.
Yeah, me too.
And Cohen, yes. So how would that? That is actually correct. So that's good. And why was it so easy for you guys?
Because actually, the word tennis was the same, and it really, I really saw. Thank you. I really saw a lot of cognates there, like to play, spelen in Dutch, spielen in German. Then I heard this a sort of which would, I don't know how to pronounce it in Swedish, but it would be something like een ronde schijf in Dutch, which reminded me this.
Shiva.
Yeah, precies. That reminded me this idea of this round-shaped object, and then I heard that it can be made of different materials like metal and other materials. So I thought, like, okay, I'm pretty sure about that. I see pretty much a lot of cognates that help me here.
Well, for me, it was actually getting because I'm learning Swedish as we speak. So at first I was like, oh, I need to get into the sounds today. And in this case, because it was the second sample, I was like, oh yeah, this is what everything sounds like. So now I know what to listen out for. If you get what I mean.
So you kind of got used to it, and you started
Yeah.
processing Swedish in a different way.
Yeah.
For me, it were a lot of many cognates. So it was.
Yes, there were.
I didn't understand every word, but enough words to get it.
So
But
maybe you could
Swedish is
give
like
some
absolutely-
examples. Could you give some examples, maybe like a Swedish word and a German word or Dutch word?
Well, for example, if you go and look at the days of the week, Dinsdag is dinsdag, is
Yeah.
dinsdag, and torsdag is Thursday. So it would be donderstag or donderdag in German and Dutch respectively. So, and also February, for example, is just February. So the days and the months are like completely cognate. And then anwender, for example, is to use, anwenden. So it's like,
Yes.
if you look at it, you get to see a lot of cognates for both German as well as for Dutch.
I see. So by the way, the word in Swedish is, let me play it.
Tennisklubba.
Yeah, klubba. It's
Klubba.
kind of nice.
Okay.
Tennis
Klubba is-
klubba. So
Klubba is
basically like a
actually-
club in English club, like a golf club, right?
Yeah.
The stick that you use to play golf.
Okay.
And club is also an older word for like what we would call in Dutch a knuppel. So it's like, you know, if you would go and translate the Dutch word for a baseball bat into, you know, the word for baseball bat, if you were to translate that in Dutch, you would get honkbalknuppel. So
Yeah.
that would then, if you translate these two separately, you would be getting baseball club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knubbel, yeah.
In
Yeah.
German, we have this word Knüppel too, but for us, it's a stick of wood.
Yeah, it's a different thing, right?
Yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I told in the beginning, I don't know if you were watching in the beginning, but I was partly brought up in German. So
Yes, I watched it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay then. So that was pretty easy. Could you just, for the record, say how you say tennis racket in your languages? So in German you say,
Tennisschläger.
and in Dutch,
Tennis racket.
Yeah. Tennis racket.
tennis
Linear.
racket. What about other languages, Cohen? Do you recall any other Germanic languages words for that?
No, because we just had Swedish, and it's basically kind of similar in Norwegian and Danish. So
Okay. So now what we're going to do? Maybe we're trying to add Severin into the call, but I will have to disconnect maybe from Leonardo, if you don't mind. We're going to Severin is going to take your place. Okay.
Okay.
On the screen. So you may still stay on the line, but I think you can just disconnect and watch the stream, and then if you see that we have room for another player, we can add you later.
No, just for curiosity, the screen didn't get big enough to get with more people, right? Because you tried to organize this.
Yeah, because I
just-
prepared different
yeah.
setups, and I also want to display the text, and it might be too difficult to navigate more than 3
Cool.
people at a time.
Okay.
So yeah, so sometimes it works, but sometimes it depends on the format basically. So Leonardo, we're going to disconnect for now, but I'm going to add you maybe later if there is a space. Okay, so you can just keep
Okay.
watching. Okay.
I'll just keep watching via here on eCam, because if you're disconnecting me, maybe if I stay in the so can I just stay in the green room like
You can try
put
that.
me-
Yes, you can try that.
that's actually staying like that might be useful for me so that I can stay connected, and maybe we can, if there's 10 minutes of time not online, we can still discuss about the last bits.
Okay.
So, cool.
Okay. That's good. So I'm going to add Severin now. Let me
Okay.
do that. Hello, Severin.
Hello, Norbert.
Hello, Severin.
Hello.
So thank you for bearing with the technology and reconnecting with us.
No, that was completely my fault. I wanted to catch the YouTube videos, and instead I cut it my call.
Yeah, but you made it. You made it. So now you can introduce yourself, and maybe you can introduce yourself in one of the Germanic languages that you speak. Maybe that would be
Okay.
appropriate.
A bit, because it's not my best one, but maybe I can try in Icelandic.
Great.
Yes. Okay. Så ég heiti Severin. Mér finnst mjög gaman að læra tungumál. Tungumál mitt frönsku, en ég get haft talið í 8 tungumál. Så jag talar lika ensku, sisku, spansku, portugalsku, itelsku, svolitis norsku, og jeg började att lära grekisku. Jag vet inte efter det är rätt. Ja, och det är allt för Nuna.
That's great. That's great. That Icelandic sounds so beautiful. So actually, I thought that the next challenge we can do is going to be an Icelandic word that we're going to be described. So obviously, Severin is going to have some advantage there, but still, it's going to be very interesting. And maybe you will be able to give us some feedback. Maybe you will be able to spot some cognates there. So I'm going to play. I'm going to play the sample, the audio sample, and then we might be able to also see it. Okay, so we'll really see how well that's going to go. So if you guys are ready, let's listen to the Icelandic sample.
Hvað þetta? Þetta hlutur sem settur á höfuðið. Það líka hægt að nota þetta til að bæta við útlitið eða fullkomna fatnað. Konur, menn og börn nota þetta og það eru margir litir og útfærslur til. Þetta búið til úr mörgum efnum, svo sem ull, bómull og leðri. Þetta hlutur sem hefur verið notaður í mörg þúsund ár til að venda höfuðið og líta vel út. Þetta oft notað þegar fólk fer að veiða á hestbak eða í útivist.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Maybe first Stefan. Stefan, did you understand anything at all? Maybe you recognized some cognates.
A bit. So when I introduced myself, I said I know a bit Icelandic, but it didn't help a lot. Just some words. So I think it's some. I don't have a word yet, but it was something made of fabric, I guess. And it's on the head, I guess. That's what I understood. And then she told something about you wear it when you are riding on a horse or something like this. That's what I got.
Interesting. Cohen, what about you?
Yeah, I'm completely blank here. Sorry.
Nothing. You didn't recognize a single word even.
Nope.
Okay, and Severin, do you have an idea? Did you understand most of it, part of it?
Yes, I understood most of it. I think I have it. So maybe I will give them a chance to maybe get it with a script. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure I got it.
Okay, that's good. So let me just display it on the screen. The text. It's here. Oh no, again. I make this mistake because for some reason the command paste, like the paste shortcut, I need to do it manually. Sorry.
That doesn't matter.
Everything fine. It's a funny sound.
It just surprises me, you know, so much. I hope that's going to work. Oh, it's a big text, but maybe you will be able to see it on the screen. I will register. Okay, let's see.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to the YouTube main window.
I will try to make it bigger.
I can make it bigger for myself here if I switch to the YouTube window. Okay. Hetta.
Okay.
So this.
Yeah, so I'm going to play this one more time. Okay, so you can follow it with the text this time.
Þetta hlutur sem settur á höfuðið. Það er líka hægt að nota þetta til að bæta við útlitið eða fullkomna fatnað. Konur, menn og börn nota þetta og það eru margir litir og útfærslur til. Þetta er búið til úr mörgum efnum, svo sem ull, bómull og leðri. Þetta er hlutur sem hefur verið notaður í mörg þúsund ár til að venda höfuðið og líta vel út. Þetta er oft notað þegar fólk fer að veiða á hestbak eða í útivist.
Yeah. I do see I need to switch back to let me switch to the other browser window again. I do see the connotation of horseback riding.
Hestback.
Yeah.
Hestback.
Exactly.
Yes.
You write it differently. Hest is written differently in Swedish, but I do know that Hest is also horse in Swedish. And well, it's also talking about specific different materials that it's made out of. I can.
Do you recognize any of the materials? Because actually the materials are
I
pretty.
can see leather somewhere.
So I can see leather. So I can see wool, cotton, and leather.
Yeah.
That's it, yes.
And
Yeah.
baumwolle is bomull. I don't know how the actual.
So in German it's
Icelandic
Baumwolle,
pronounced,
and in English
yeah.
it's
That's what
cotton.
I thought of. I thought of
Yeah.
baumwolle, which is why I
Yeah.
recognized it.
Okay, guys. So do you have any ideas now? What
I
it could
think
be?
it's what we would call a cap for the
or
horse
helmet
riding.
or no cap. Yes.
Yeah, it's what we
Okay.
call it in Dutch at least.
Yes, or more generally a hat.
A hat. Yes, and Stefan.
Yeah. There's something on the head. So hat could be. Yeah, I go with hat.
Yes. So let's listen to the answer.
Þetta er hattur.
Okay.
Hattur. So it is a hat. It is a hat.
So they say hat, yeah. It's because they also specified horseback riding. And
Hattur, yeah.
yeah,
However, this isn't any kind of hat. It is the one that have this thing around that goes around. Like it looks more like a cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. So
Because
it's not a cap.
it's not a cap for sure. It's so it's kind of interesting. It's sounds
So
like
then-
English hat, but it's not
Yeah.
one-to-one translation. Yes. So Severin,
No,
what?
it's more like hat, the generalized word, hat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Severin, now it's your turn. Like, which cognates did you recognize? Or actually, when you were studying Icelandic, do you actually use your German knowledge or the knowledge of other
No, I
languages?
based my Icelandic study mainly on English, but yes, for example, I didn't know what bomull was. I knew ull, and I recognized baumwolle for bomull. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm more relating to English to learn Icelandic. So yes, I have more or less a B2 level passive. So I understood most of it. So from the beginning, I knew it was a hat. But I try to see it as a perspective of someone who doesn't speak Icelandic. And there are a few cognates with English or German, but not that many actually. That's what makes Icelandic pretty difficult to learn.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are some cognates actually. If you actually study it,
Yes.
you will notice some of them. Like Hestback, it's a really interesting one. The horse riding, riding horses. Okay, so I think that what we can do now. I'm going to mute you, Cohen, just for now, just because of some noises coming out of your speakers. But we are going to switch to the maybe Norwegian challenge. I think Norwegian could be an interesting one in this context. So just let me generate some Norwegian charades. Okay, that's an interesting one. Let me just copy this and paste it into the software. Okay, so are you guys ready? Let's listen to this.
Konverter tekst til tale med moderne kunstig intelligensstemmer.
This is not the challenge yet. This is just a sample of the sound conversion.
He was talking about art, I guess, some modern art.
Yeah, it was just like explaining the voice synthesizing.
Dette objektet brukes for å glide på snø og kan være laget av forskjellige materialer som tre, plast eller glassfiber. Det kan være både langt og smalt eller kort og bredt, avhengig av formålet.
Okay, so that was a very short sample. Let's listen to it again then.
Dette objektet brukes for å glide på snø og kan være laget av forskjellige materialer som tre, plast eller glassfiber. Det kan være både langt og smalt eller kort og bredt, avhengig av formålet.
Okay, so maybe let's start with Severin this time.
I think it's something related to snow, skis or sledge. I'm not sure which one.
Yes, which cognates did you recognize?
I speak also a bit of Norwegian. I understand it pretty well. So I didn't really focus on cognates. I cannot tell you right now which cognates I understood, but I understood a lot of words. And with German helps a lot with Norwegian.
We are going to see the text.
I cannot tell you any specifics.
We're going to see the text. So, Stefan, what about you? What did you understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he was talking about skis. So I recognized cognates like it's used, so in German gebraucht, Brückes, and then to glide on snow, and it's made from different materials, so yeah.
Okay, and what about you, Cohen?
Yeah, I also thought of skis straight away. But he was talking about it can be long and thin or shorter and like wider. So could also be a snowboard or something.
Yeah, so
but
let's have
the materials, so fiberglass or fiber at least, and glass. And yeah, that's what I understood.
Yeah, so you're all correct. It's ski. It's ski,
right.
Basically, which in Norwegian, it's... How does it sound in Norwegian? It's spelled exactly the same way. But how do they pronounce it?
Ski.
I'm not sure if that sounds right. I think the voice synthesizing thing is not doing well with one syllable words, but it's basically spelled in the same way.
It could be, because in Swedish it would be quite right. It would be shui. So
yeah. So what about now? Do you see any cognates, and would you be able to translate those into any of the Germanic languages that you know?
ja, die verschillende, dus zo verschiedene, of verschillende in Dutch. Materialer is also materialen. In both German as well as in Dutch. And tre, I don't know what that is. Plast is plastic.
I think clay is wood, like in English
Yeah,
tree.
I thought something like that.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure.
And yes.
And glasfiber is glasfaser in German. So, and in Dutch it's glasvezel. So yeah.
Yes, and
smalt.
bode. Sorry.
And then
Yes,
there's smalt and kort. So that's small, or rather like thin, narrow. And kort
Narrow,
is kort. And in Dutch it's actually kort, written in the very same way. Kort.
Yes, and Severin, what did you want to add?
Brett is breit, abhängig,
Yeah.
abhängig.
Actually, yeah, this is coming from another.
Abhängig, yeah.
Yes, and actually, Stian says that the synthesizer was correct, so it does sound like this.
She.
She.
Yeah.
She, something like that. So it's interesting. Yeah, so that was the challenge in Norwegian.
Pardon me.
Smalt, schmal, nicht klein.
Yeah,
What does
schmal, yeah. Yeah. So schmal in German, so narrow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So was it? It was pretty straightforward for you guys. So I wonder
A
what
lot more than Icelandic, yes.
the Icelandic was
yeah.
more challenging. You say?
Much
Yes,
more.
a lot more.
Even though I've known someone who speaks Icelandic for the majority of my life, I've also never been able to understand her when she speaks Icelandic. So.
So let me see. Okay, there is one more Icelandic that we can do. One more challenge in Icelandic, but this time we're going to increase the level a little bit. So it's a challenge for Severin as well. Let me just open this file. Okay. First, just listen to it.
Hvað þetta? Stór vegur sem notaður fyrir samgöngur og oft tengdur við fleiri þéttbýlissvæði. Þeir eru mikilvægir vegir í samgöngumálum og oft mikið ferðast þá. Þeir eru oft með 2 eða fleiri akreinum og aðskilja oft ákveðnar tegundir af farartækjum. Í sumum löndum þarf að greiða fyrir notkun á þeim og þarf því að greiða vegagjöld til þess að aka á þeim. Þeir eru oft tengdir við stórar borgir, flugvelli og aðrar mikilvægar staðsetningar.
Was that a little bit more challenging this time?
Yes.
Yes, I thought
I don't know exactly what that is. It's talking about planes, and it's related to planes, but I need to listen to it a second time.
Okay, so we're going to listen to it one more time. What about you, Stefan?
I have not a clear idea. I understood some words, as well as Severin, something related to planes, I guess, or yeah, but not a lot more.
Uh-huh. And Cohen, what about you?
Flying or something. Yeah.
No, I didn't really.
Again, sorry. Yes.
I was lost here because I don't speak Icelandic. So
You were completely lost. Okay.
yeah.
That's fine. So this time maybe I am going to show you the text. It's a bit small, but what if I do it like this? Oh, maybe that's gonna work better. I'm going to show you the text first. And then I'm going to play it. Let's listen to it again.
Hvað þetta? Stór vegur sem notaður fyrir samgöngur og oft tengdur við fleiri þéttbýlissvæði. Þeir eru mikilvægir vegir í samgöngumálum og oft mikið ferðast þá. Þeir eru oft með 2 eða fleiri akreinum og aðskilja oft ákveðnar tegundir af farartækjum. Í sumum löndum þarf að greiða fyrir notkun á þeim og þarf því að greiða vegagjöld til þess að aka á þeim. Þeir eru oft tengdir við stórar borgir, flugvelli og aðrar mikilvægar staðsetningar.
I don't.
Did it-
I'm out.
Okay, Stefan and Severin, are you still in?
Yes,
Yes. So it's and now I think it's not about planes. So in the last sentence, there's the word for airport, but it's not. It's
Yes,
just a hint, so,
airports, big cities, and other
Big city,
important places.
yes.
But yes, there are a lot of words
So-
that either don't know or forgot. But the whole thing is still don't have a very clear idea of what it is.
I just understand some bits. So you
It's a
have
big
to
group.
pay something to use them, but yeah.
A route that he used to travel together.
Wow, you are. It all makes sense what you're saying.
Okay.
So
At least.
maybe after when you hear the answer, you're going to have a clear idea. So let's listen to the answer.
Þetta þjóðvegur.
Sure. So Sios is nation,
Sios?
but I didn't get the second
okay.
part of the word.
So something like motorways or highways, I guess.
Yes, it's a highway.
Okay.
Oh yes, Sios. Okay.
It's a highway, so
Yes,
it's not
people
something
say.
that common in Iceland, but
I think there's none of them there, so yeah.
yes. So that was an interesting exercise. Do you see any more cognates now after knowing what the answer is?
Yeah, some words. So Weger, or how it's called, it's a way, Weg in German.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Dutch is
Yeah.
weg.
Weg, so
So you know what we're gonna do? I'm going to read the English translation of every sentence, and then maybe you will connect the dots together. So let's start. So it's a large road used for transportation and often connected to several urban areas. They are important roads for transportation and are often heavily traveled. They often have 2 or more lanes and often separate specific types of vehicles. In some countries, usage fees must be paid and tolls must be paid to drive on them. This is not the best English translation, but it's just kind of word to word. They are often connected to large cities, airports, and other essential locations. This is a national highway.
Okay.
That
Okay,
makes
now I
sense
see
now.
some more cognates, yeah.
Yes. And examples of the cognates?
What's the last word in the third sentence? Fahrradteilchen. So Fahrzeuge in German. So it looks a bit so, yeah.
I saw that one too. We say voertuigen in that case, but
Yeah.
it's archaic in Dutch.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, is summum lundum in some lands, some countries.
In summum lundum. Yeah, that now when you see it, like it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Same, them.
Then,
oft
and then
as
the
well.
next word, yeah, oft, yeah, oft.
That's German, right?
Yes, in German I think it has the same meaning, often. So oft,
Yeah.
yeah. Then this word Vega-Gjöld. It's not really a German word, but you could translate it as Wegegeld, which means some kind of toll. At least it makes sense if you construct it like this.
You can see a etymology there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Old Norse is a language that keeps a lot of original Germanic features and traits. So it's perfect for studying etymology, also. Yeah. So actually, Stefan and Severin, you've both picked up Icelandic as a language that you want to study and learn. So
Yes.
Stefan, why did you choose Icelandic to learn more
Yeah,
about?
because it's like this language which didn't evolve a lot. I found it interesting because of those etymologic reasons. And on the other hand, I like to go to Iceland. I love the country, and yeah, it helps if you speak the language.
Yeah, and what about you, Severin?
I have a big passion for a lot of Icelandic music. So first I was listening to Icelandic music mostly in English, but now I'm listening to a ton of music in Icelandic, and I find amazing how such a small country can produce so many musicians. So that was my first appeal to the language. I find the language very beautiful. And I also decided to learn Icelandic because I wanted to have a challenge after learning my fourth Latin language. So I wanted, I knew the reputation of Icelandic being tough to learn. So they were my main motivations.
So you were
Speaking
looking
for the
for a
country.
bigger challenge, and also you were looking for picking up a language outside of your comfort zone of Romance languages.
Yes, I already spoke German,
Uh-huh.
but yes, it's pretty different. Not that much to relate to. Like if I compare learning Norwegian, which is quite easy when you speak German, it's not the case for Icelandic. It helps a little, but not very much.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say the similar thing is true for Swedish. If you speak German or Dutch, you can easily learn Swedish. But Icelandic is quite a different story. So
Yeah. Yeah. Cohen, would you pick up Icelandic as your next language? Or
I
you're
don't
not
know.
ready?
I've just started 2 languages, right? So Gaelic as well as Swedish. But I might, if there is a way for me to pick it up, because I know someone who lives there actually, and I call her quite often. She actually speaks Icelandic and English. So we talk in English usually, or in Dutch, because she also speaks Dutch. But yeah, I would like to know a little Icelandic, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
I understand, of course, because every language is kind of a commitment, to start
Yeah.
a new language. But you mentioned you did start learning, or you've been studying it for a while now, Scottish Gaelic, right? you did
Yeah.
pick this particular language, which is also known for being quite complex, let's say. So why did you pick Scottish Gaelic?
Well, because I was watching a series that had it in there. It's called Outlander. It's on seasons 1 through 6. No, actually 1 through 5, I believe, are on the Dutch Netflix. And I've been watching that together with a friend of mine. And I was like, yeah, I want to learn that language. And then she said, yeah, I'm going to learn that too. So now the two of us are both learning it on Duolingo.
Great.
So, yeah.
Yes. I know the show, and yeah, I think it's really nice that they incorporated Scottish Gaelic into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds great. So it's kind of interesting that sometimes the pop culture inspires us to pick up languages like music, right? We just fell in love with music, and then that takes us into committing to a language.
Learning a language, yeah.
Yeah.
And Scottish Gaelic is quite a thing as well. It's like, for example, a bedroom is Shumar Kajal. So it's like a completely different.
Yeah, it's a different language family, of course. It's
Yeah.
a Celtic language. But because of the interactions with the Vikings and the whole history, there is also a lot of words that kind of are present in the Germanic languages, also, in other languages.
Yeah.
Yes. And Stefan, you're also learning a language that is an endangered language, actually.
Yes.
What language are you studying?
Yeah, this Upper Sorbian language. Yeah.
Upper Sorbian. And what inspired you to pick up the Upper Sorbian language?
Well, I'm from the region where it's spoken, and I have friends who speak it. Of course, they all speak German, but yeah, after some time, I got just curious what they are talking about. Wanted to help to preserve the language in learning it. Yeah.
Yes, so that's great. So you all guys have languages, not that common languages, not as common among language learners. But in my community, in community here on the Ecolinguist channel or all the hubs that I run, it's a pretty common theme. We all want to learn more about those smaller languages that are often overlooked. Yes, and we creating the.
Just for me, maybe it's like if it's the language is rare, it gets more into learn it for me somehow. So
Yeah,
I don't know why,
Yeah,
but it's just the way it is for me.
Where I live, actually, there is someone who speaks a tiny little bit of Irish, and but she asked me a question in Irish, and I answered in Scottish, so in Gaelic, and I thought she meant something different because she said "Conas a how," and that means in Irish that is "How are you?" And I thought it meant "Where are you from?" because in Gaelic, "Ko as a how" is "Where are you from?" So you take the N out of the sentence that I said first, "Conas a how" in Irish and "Ko as a how" in Scottish. Take that N away and you get two different questions.
So, Cohen, you will be happy to hear that the next language family that I'm going to be covering on the Ecolinguists channel is the Celtic language family. So
Nice.
we already recorded some videos, so I'm actively working on them, editing them right now. So they're going to be
you
on
told
the
something
channel.
about that in the last stream as well.
Yeah, we recorded the Gaulish language, which is a dead language that we compared to the modern Celtic languages in that video.
I've heard of it.
Yes, so that's coming up. That's coming up for the Ecolinguist channel. Yeah, and for this channel now, we're going to have another stream probably in a month, and not, I don't think sooner than that. But we can wrap it up for today. So it's been great to have you here guessing, and I think the challenges were pretty good, especially the Icelandic ones. They were pretty interesting today. And the next stream is going to be on the Romance Languages Hub next week. So we will be covering Romance languages.
Okay.
But for today, thank you so much, guys.
I liked it today.
Yeah.
Also the,
Me
like
too.
the Norwegian and the Swedish.
Yeah, Norwegian, Swedish. Yeah, we covered quite a bit of them. So that was great. So I'm going to change the screens now. Thank you, everybody, watching. Have a great evening, and see you around soon. Yes, bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.